Welcome back. There is nervousness in the market right now. We have 2,000 stocks which are declining for every 500 stocks which are advancing right now. So we'll keep an eye out on, the skirmish that has taken place between India and Pakistan in terms of a military conflict that has had impact. And over the last few minutes, we had the flash coming in that the IPL itself has been suspended indefinitely as well. But we have markets to tend to. And one of the stocks which has been doing well right now is Pidilite. That's reported a good quarter, near double-digit volume growth in the fourth quarter, which is the best in the consumer sector so far. To discuss their performance in detail, more importantly, the demand environment amid the uncertainties, I caught up with Sudhanshu Vats, who's the managing director at Pidilite Industries. Let's listen in to what he had to say.
We are seeing a clear improvement in signs in urban as well. And I think this is led by, in our case, I think continued momentum in the construction sector, increased spending by the government and the hope that that will continue to grow as we go forward. So I think we see a good momentum in urban. From our results, if I was to tell you, rural has still grown ahead of urban for us, which has been the trend for a long time. But urban has grown quite well, and we are seeing a pickup in urban as well.
We saw you amp up ad spends. You know, it's been increased by about 70 basis points as a percentage of sales year on year. Is that to pump prime demand, or is that to spur the rollout of new products that you've done? We're just trying to understand, what have you been doing? Has it been a tough sales push for you?
Mangalam, what I would say is that, as you know, that we are a pioneering company. We keep looking at newer segments from time to time. And we also have stated and delivered consistently on our mission of double-digit profitable underlying volume growth. So if you look at, in order to do that, there are two areas where we made spends in the quarter gone by and even in the year. I think advertising and sales promotion, there is an uptick in spends. We are reaching to the higher end of our 3 to 5 guidance in this quarter particularly. And as far as manpower is concerned, you're absolutely right. It's a combination of both. It is one, gearing up for our pioneering categories, and there is some of that which is baked into it. And also, in order to spur demand from the grassroots level, we continue to strengthen our second field force. And Mangalam, as you very well know, Pidilite has a unique go-to-market where there is one field force that goes to the dealer, the other one that goes to the users. As more of our categories become bigger and we see our portfolio expanding, which indeed is the case, we will continue to drive a lot more of this moving forward.
Would you be able to give us a sense? Yeah. Would you be able to give us a sense of what category drove the volume growth for you? Was it construction chemicals? Was it, adhesives and sealants? Was it consumer products? Because I see B2B growing in mid-teens, and that's been the case for the last few quarters. In the consumer and bazaar business itself, what were the categories that outperformed according to you?
So in this quarter, I think while we saw growth around all categories and segments, I think if I was to point out two of them, these are our growth categories, Mangalam, as you understand, ROF and Dr. Fix-It. So as I could call that, the more construction sector portfolio, which has outperformed the balanced portfolio, although the portfolio has grown overall.
Would you believe that these would continue to outperform in this space itself going forward as well?
So we are very optimistic on both ROF momentum. And Mangalam, as you know, we launched our new campaign, 360-degree campaign on Dr. Fix-It. So on waterproofing part of our portfolio as well, we want to continue to see increased momentum as we go forward. And our campaign last quarter was very well received. It was a campaign with Amitabh Bachchan. But not only that, we had a very good integration with Kaun Banega Crorepati, where you had Dr. Fix-It expert question. And we were there on cricket as well, India-England series. As on the DRS with Dr. Fix-It.
Well, that definitely is showing up in your ad spends as a percentage of your sales. Wonder whether that will continue next year or not as well. The other thing that I want your thoughts on, while you've done near double-digit volume growth, the realization growth or the revenue growth has just been about 8% in this quarter. I say just in context with the volume growth. So how do you expect your volume value mix to move in FY26?
So I think the better way, so you're right, Mangalam. I think the number you are quoting is from our consolidated 8% growth, like for like. I think the better way to look at our standalone results. So if you look at our standalone results, On a 9.8% underlying volume growth, we've delivered in this quarter a 10.2% revenue growth. So the price and volume is now caught up. And I think therefore this correlation between underlying volume growth and revenue growth is best understood from our standalone results.
And this is likely to continue, right? Because I believe that raw material prices have largely bottomed out and you are not looking at many price hikes this year.
No, this is likely to continue. So now volume and value should paddle hand in hand. So it should go together.
And B2B, I have to ask you a call out on that because that's been outperforming on a low base for the last many quarters, and you've reset your strategy out there as well. So at some point, do you see higher contribution from the B2B vertical, and does this outperformance, so mid-teen sort of volume growth in B2B continue?
So we are very hopeful. This is a 7th quarter of mid-teen performance, as you rightly pointed out. I think with all the growth in India in terms of infrastructure, construction, both residential and commercial, and the way we have geared up for this, Mangalam, through Pidilite Professional Solutions team, I think we are very hopeful of continuing to deliver very strong growths on projects. And even our industrial businesses will continue to deliver robust growths moving forward.
Final question before we let you go. You had said that come summer, we will have an update on the paint industry for you. What's the update?
So I think as far as our pilot is concerned, as if you're talking about that, which is Haisha, which is in the 5 states, all I can share with you, Mangalam, at the moment is we made steady progress. We are very satisfied with the progress that we've made. But in a very classic Pidilite sense, we still feel a little bit more work needs to be done on certain modules, particularly on demand generation, the way we want to go about it in a unique fashion. I think we will continue to do that work and then look at further expansion.
So rollout happens sometime in FY26, a national rollout, or maybe next year is when we see the paints all over the country?
So you have to wait and watch for the space. We got to continue to make a steady progress. But once we are satisfied with all the work which we've done in these 5 states, we will go forward. We are making steady progress, though. I can tell you categorically, quarter on quarter, month on month, we are making progress.
How far are you from being satisfied? Let's ask you that way.
It's difficult, Mangalam, to predict a specific time, but we are at it. And with the tenacity and persistence of Pidilite, we will be at it and we will make sure that we get this right.
All right. And double-digit volume growth with 20 to 24% margin band stays for the entire year. That's what you continue to strive for, right?
Yes. We continue to deliver double-digit profitable underlying volume growth.
All right, we take that point. Confident sounding Pidilite, confident of urban growth coming back on the back of consumption as well. We'll take a short break, come back on the other side. We keep an eye out on what's taking place at the border, India-Pakistan tensions. We do have a guest joining us.